2014 Anti-Folk Festival. How about one more round of applause for Duck Speak? And Bernard King presents before that. And please welcome to the stage, Walter Ego.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you. So, over the weekend I had laryngitis.
Oh, man.
So I basically could make very little sound. The last couple of days I've had a cough where a lot of the sounds I make are not sounds I want to make. It's been a few hours since I've had a coughing fit. Let's see if we can get through this. And I'm going to sing very, very low. I've moved a couple of these down because I can't get my high notes today.
Sounds sexy.
Yes, it's a so-low show. Next time you see me, I'm hoping it'll be with a band, though. This is called Simplify. I live in a room filled with boxes, and every box is filled with things I'll never need. I know I really ought to throw it all away. I really ought to let it go. I ought to simplify, simplify, simplify. I see unnecessary colors like scarlet, teal, and lime. My spectrum is unlimited, but not my time. So I'm cutting down to 6, and if violet, orange, and green are too much for me, and yellow, red, and blue are all I'll see. I'm gonna simplify, simplify, simplify. I'm gonna simplify, simplify, simplify. It's so hard for me to make anything easy, to be direct when there is metaphor, to use small words when I can use big words, to use fewer words when I can use more. I've got to simplify, 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 like going back 5 years old, so I can get away with getting nothing done, cause my one job is to play. And now I'm leaving childhood, returning to the womb, the perfectly controlled environment I left too soon. I'm gonna simplify, simplify, simplify. I'm gonna simplify, simplify. And now I'm crawling back into the ocean. I'm going to devolve till I am just a single cell. Problem solved. I'm gonna simplify, simplify, simplify. I'm gonna simplify, simplify, simplify. I'm gonna simplify, simplify, simplify. I'm gonna simplify. Thank you. Didn't even realize I sang that whole song with a cough drop in my mouth. I just swallowed it because I don't want anyone to have to do a Hamlet maneuver here. I and my brother who's here today were childhood friends with the actual relatives of the Hamlet maneuvers. So I want to thank Bernard King for having putting this whole night together. It was, for those who were early, I and a bunch of other people got to read some poetry, something I've never done before. That was fun. And I have to say, this is my Bernard King, this Bernard King here, but when I was a kid, Bernard King to me was a 6'7" black man Hall of Fame basketball player for the New York Knicks. And But now, Bernard King is not quite 6'7". What, he's about 6'5", Bernard? I guess he's not here, so he's even less at the moment. But
He's drinking beer.
and he's not black, and he's not in the. He might be in some Hall of Fame, but he's not in the Basketball Hall of Fame. But now he's my Bernard King.
Yeah!
Here's another song for you. Those of you who are keeping score, we've gone down half a step for the sake of my poor voice. I woke up and there was no alarm. I just woke up and morning news was what it was, and I wasn't in it again. All day I acted and reacted like all the world's my stake, until the dots were all connected clear at the end of the page. That a million monkeys have been piping, they're putting us in their play. To me it's all just gibberish what the monkeys have to say. They don't know how to spell, how to reason or to rhyme, but they like to hunt and peck, and they've got nothing but time. There you were, my one in a million. I was facing the other direction. I never saw you coming, so there went my chance of perfection. By an inch we missed the moment that should have been momentous. If we were meant to be together, how did plain dumb luck prevent us? Well, a million monkeys have been typing and putting us in their play. It ain't exactly Shakespeare what the monkeys have to say. They don't know how to spell, how to reason or to rhyme, but they like to hunt and peck, and they've got nothing but time. When one of the monkeys tears off the page, it's out of the monkey's hands. They wash their hands of it, and when it hits the fan, they don't care where it lands. Oh, I was born where I was born when I was born. I didn't have to be. I could have been somebody else some other time, in some other family tree. If it's my destiny to disbelieve in fate this way, then when I say I'll take my chances, well, what else could I say? While a million monkeys keep on typing and putting us in their show, you'd hardly call it Hamlet. What the hell do monkeys know? They don't know theme or character, they've hardly got a plot. It's incoherent, but it's the only one we've got. And a million monkeys keep on banging, they're gonna hammer out a show that all adds up to nothing. What the hell do monkeys know? They're counting to infinity, they'll get there more or less. They let their chips fall where they may, and we clean up the mess made by a million monkeys. Monkeys, 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 a million monkeys. Thank you, thanks. So here's a couple songs where I totally violated the write what you know thing and just wrote them from, I think both of them were probably public radio pieces, but believe it or not. And this is one, if anybody's heard the code, the term 12-9, anybody know what that is? What is, who hasn't heard this from me?
What is it?
It's the code in the subway when someone is under the train. So this is from the point of view of the train operator. 12-9, man under. The rule book says I have to go and look.
he landed, I think he changed his mind. It's not my fault, it's not my fault, it's not my fault. I couldn't stop the train in time, it's not my fault. 12-9, man under. Now I reach the fateful spot. It's worse, much worse than I imagined it would be. Before I turn away, I see his face, or what's left of it. And after that, that aftermath is all that I can see. It's not my fault, it's not my fault, it's not my fault. I couldn't stop the train in time, it's not my fault. We get 3 days off, then we get back in the cab again. But if we need more time, they do not force us then. It's been 12 months, if not now, then when? 12-9, man under. It happens all night, every night. I keep returning to that place. And every time he jumps, I see his face. It looks familiar. That's my face. That's my face. That's my face. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I couldn't stop the train in time. It's not my fault. I couldn't stop the train in time.
There's another one that without an introduction might be a little hard to figure out. It's called Mitterrand's Last Meal. It's about Mitterrand's last meal, and even if you know who the hell Mitterrand is, who's Mitterrand?
Prime Minister of Canada.
Yeah, President of France a while back, and this is about his very strange last meal, which involved eating this. There's a delicacy in an area of France. It's illegal to eat the thing. It's a little bird, and the way they eat it, I'm hoping I'll remember this because I haven't told it for a while, but the way they eat it is they roast the bird alive in an oven till dead, and then they don't just eat it, but you put the bird in your mouth whole, eat the whole thing, and furthermore, you put some sort of curtain or shroud around your head so you're entirely surrounded, so you can just envelop yourself in the aromas of the bird. And obviously the food sales just went in the toilet after that story. Sorry about that sidewalk, but anyway, here's Mitterrand's last meal.
Oh, this is the last course of the last meal on the last day I'll ever dine. Bring me the yellow-throated songbird, literally drowned in wine. Mitterrand's last meal. Mitterrand's last meal. Mitterrand's last meal. This bird the size of your thumb symbolizes the French soul. We eat it wild and closed in a shroud, so God won't see us swallow it whole. Mitterrand's last meal. Mitterrand's last meal. Mitterrand's last meal. Is it exquisite aroma? Is one less little life to a great man. Mitterrand's last meal, Mitterrand's last meal, Mitterrand's last meal, Mitterrand's last meal.
Thank you. I actually forgot to mention the other thing about the shroud, the other theory about it is that so God can't see you eating the little thing.
You made that up.
I did not make that up. France made that up.
So the other people at the table don't have to see.
Just a moment for a little retuning. It's worth the wait. Someone better.
When I was small, I had a bag of building blocks, and each day I'd make the perfect little building block town. Come supper time, my mom would say, it's time to put your toys away. My creation would come crumbling down. I'm gonna build it up so it can fall down, so I can build it up again. I'm gonna watch it fall so I can make it better than the beginning is the end. One day I asked a young woman to share her light with me. My spirit soared when she said yes. There was a good year and then a trying year, and then the trying stopped, and it all came crashing down in a tangled mess. I'm gonna build it up so it can fall down, so I can build it up again. I'm gonna watch it fall so I can make it better than the beginning is the end. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Before my downfall, I went to work each day. I went to work each day those 20 years. I thought that I was building something, I was building nothing. Now I'm at the bottom of my new career. I'm gonna build it up so it can fall down, so I can build it up again. I'm gonna watch it fall so I can make it better than the beginning is the end. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh.
Thank you, thank you. This song I actually played first the Sidewalk open mic in like 1995 or something. Been revised a little bit since then. I'm just a little more tuning. You know.
Adventures of ethical man. He never enters a double parts. He fights injustice but not after dark. In the adventures of ethical man. In the adventures of ethical man. He's worried when he eats vegetables, they hurt. He's given up eating everything but dessert. In the adventures of ethical man. Can recite his 10 commandments with his mind closed. He follows all the rules religiously. Our hero gets his E for effort, as long as there is nothing good on TV. In the adventures of ethical man, treats women exactly like men. He holds the door open to neither of them. In the adventures of ethical man. In the adventures of ethical man. Mother Teresa was more prone to sin, and if he caught a jaywalking, he'd have turned her in. In the adventures of ethical man. His form-fitting suit is all black and white. In the wrong light, it appears to be gray on gray. Inconvenience is the E-man's kryptonite. It's more powerful than his conscience today. In the adventures of ethical man, he's anti-crime and not in favor of drugs. He's anti-pro-life except of course for bugs. In the adventures of ethical man. In the adventures of ethical man. He's serious about the speed limits. Is he a saint or an idiot? In the adventures of ethical man. Ethical man. Ethical man.
Thanks a lot. John Hodel was speculating before that maybe it's not heated here, but it's definitely hot up here, so off the bed. I might go one more layer. We'll
You're
see.
hot, Walter!
Just a quick announcement. I'm going to go around with the tip jar for Walter Ego. He's got a couple songs left, but in the meantime, I'm going to walk around with a tip jar for the artists, throw a few dollars in there as I go by, and how about a round of applause for who's set so far.
Thank you.
We clean up your mess. We don't talk.
I'm off there. Sorry, folks.
We clean up your mess. We don't talk about what we've seen. You don't think about what we do as you make more mess for us to clean. 3 weeks ago, a woman fell and could not get up. They did not break down the door until today. And the scene they found was so ghastly and grim, they would not let the family in. So they called us to make it go away. We clean up your mess. We don't talk about what we've seen. You don't think about about what we do as you make more mess for us to clean. We go over there, over and over. War is the continuation of politics by other means. We are the other means to be continued for an ungrateful nation. We clean up your mess. We don't talk about what we've seen. You don't think about what we do as you make more mess for us to clean. As you make more mess for us to clean. You do not live here, neither do we. We do not disturb what is yours. When you return, we disappear. When you go out, we come in here to tidy up 10 million rooms on 50,000 floors. We clean up your mess. We don't talk about what we've seen. You don't think about what we do as you make more mess for us to clean. As you make more mess for us to clean. As you make more mess for us to clean.
So those of you who saw my promo for the show saw that I promised or threatened, depending on how you look at it, to make my public dancing debut. Woo! And don't get excited. I didn't say it was going to be good. And the point is, this song, there's a section where, man, it needs a guitar solo there. I need a band. But for now, will be some...
You need some friends to dance with you.
Well, anybody's invited to do so if they want, but there'll be some. I'll be doing some other crazy things in that section of the song, so we'll see.
Stop me if I'm doing something stupid. Don't assume that I know what I'm doing when I don't. If you see me teetering out on the ledge, what makes you think that common sense will save me when it won't? If you see me walking way too fast or slow, or if I'm walking west when I said I'm walking south, or if I'm on the verge of walking barefoot on hot coals, this would be the time for you to open up your mouth and stop me if I'm doing something stupid. Don't assume that I am trying to be this way. If you see me stuck down in a hole and digging deeper, what makes you think that I'll stop digging today? Maybe you should stage an intervention. Are you willing to get between me and my next fabulous fiasco? Or will you wait for somebody else to intervene? If what I'm wearing is on backwards or inside out, or if my left shoe doesn't match my right, this is what I threw together just before I left the house. Did you really think I planned this out all night? Half of what I've said, being serious, was interpreted as a joke. Half the times I was only joking. Everyone thought that that I meant what I spoke.
Shake it.
Stop me if I'm whistling or dancing. Don't assume that I know what I'm doing by now. If I bang my head against the wall because it feels so good to stop, what makes you think I'll keep banging anyhow? Stop me if I'm doing something stupid. Stop me if I'm doing something stupid. Stop me if I'm doing something stupid. Stop me if I'm doing something stupid.
Thanks a lot. Am I good to pull out? Summer, am I good to?
Awesome.
Yeah.